You know, the swords were hard for me. I told you I'd rather have positive thoughts and think about have my head chopped off.
Yeah.
So that's the one I'm trying to integrate and allow it to be that very swift, cutting, and yet, as you say, it can be cunning too. It can be intelligent energy and just very, like you say, engineerish, or not terribly people-oriented energy, where the cups are people-oriented. As far as feelings, you know what I mean? Like an engineer might not be the best person to get along with. He's super smart and can do his job, but it's not a great people person.
Right. But
is that the same thing with that suit, do you think, as far as everyday people that you meet? Is that what a kind of a sword person might be like?
well, think about, okay, so let's just look at the King of Swords. Who do you want being your neurologist? Who do you want being your brain surgeon? Do you want the King of Cups? Now, the King of Cups it is going to be real emotional. I mean, that, you know, you're going to take in the thoughts of the family and the emotions, and how will it change? How will it change the center of the brain? How will it change the intuition? Oh, I mean, you can kind of feel his nurturing. Yeah. What will happen to the spirit? And you're thinking, oh, rewire it, cut it out, whatever I need. So you really need someone like the King of Swords, who's going to be the specialist, who is going to have that clarity and is going to be very logical, isn't going to use emotion. So that, let's just say you get here and you start having some excessive bleeding or brain swelling. Do you want the King of Cups there? Oh my gosh, we could lose the soul. No. I want the King of Swords who says, this is not a problem. We've seen this before. X, Y, Z. You go do this, you go do this, you go do this. We're going to put it together, and you just keep moving. Okay?
Okay.
This is great. You want the swords here. You want the swords energy to be calculating. The Knight of Swords. Okay? Fearless. The staunchest defender of all of the knights. Because he is going to defend to the nth, okay? He's going to keep going. You want someone like that going to battle for you. You want someone like that if you are in a world war with other people that are manipulative and maybe things aren't. You want that fearless, risk-taking, go for it, right? You want that energy. You want that strength. You want that. That fearless, fast, like go in, take care of it, get out.
Get out.
Like, this feels to me like those Navy SEAL teams. Mm-hmm. Send them in under the radar. They go in, 20 minutes, they're done, you're dead, I'm out. Thank you. Thank you. Whew, so glad to have that Knight of Swords, right? Like, so glad to have that energy of, that's an energy of conflict that's so protective that when it really came to something vulnerable in your life, even if it was your spirit, you want somebody like that.
Okay.
Right? The same thing that when you're going to school, so let's talk about the Page of Swords. You're going to school and you're getting prepared for a presentation. There are two sides to the presentation. It's going to be a debate. Who do you want to work with to prepare you for that?
The Page of Swords, who's going to make you, right, there's your devil's advocate.
Devil's advocate. It's going to come right at you, right? And if this is a good friend of yours, because it can absolutely be a really good friend of yours, you're going to say, I want you to poke holes in my argument. Think about that. What's that movie with Tom Cruise and he's the lawyer and he's got the bat. Oh gosh. You know which one I'm talking about.
I do. I can't think of the name of it.
Isn't that horrible? You can't handle the truth.
Is that the one where Al Pacino plays basically the devil?
No.
Different movie.
Tom Cruise, Demi Moore, Jack Nicholson is in the military, and I'm thinking about this because it's military.
Oh, right. I know which one you're talking about.
A Few Good Men.
Yes.
Few Good Men. Okay. Yeah. So when the good guys are preparing, right? They're preparing their argument, and then he asks his other friend there. Think of him as the Page of Swords. What about this? What about that? I'm preparing you for testimony. Nope, you got caught. No, you got caught, right? You want that. You want that Page of Swords who's going to be that inquisitive, that sharp-minded, that devil's advocate who's going to cut holes in everything you've got going on because it makes you stronger.
Okay.
When you're going to go into presentation.
All right. That makes sense.
Cool. Same with the Queen. The Queen is, she's probably someone that you want to help you if you were in networking. Oh, let's say you have a great business, okay? You have a fantastic business idea and you're going to go to the Shark Tank. But it's a women's business, and so you want that perspective. Or you want to make friends with the Queen of Swords because she is going to help you put together a strategy, do it in a way that's very nurturing. I'm going to show you how to do this and you're going to present it so it's for the greater good. See what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And when you go in, you're not going to be cut down to pieces because she has that razor sharp intellect, but she also knows how to use it in a very nurturing way. So she's also going to show you how you can win over the sharks. She's got the balance of the masculine and the feminine. So she's a great person to go to for that.
Okay.
Cool. Does that, so that is
will we always see her as a female, do you think, in life, as far as a person when you're doing a reading?
Such a great question. And I would say not necessarily, and that would be true for any of the courts. I think what you're going to find is you're going to find masculine and feminine energies and traits. Could be that it's very obviously a woman. She comes up and it's very obviously a woman. Other times it could come up as that male intellectual that has the caring side, which is very different than the King of Swords, because the King of Swords doesn't care at all.
Okay.
At all. Okay.
Right.
So yeah, you'll find nuances there, and it's interesting. The cards will meet you where you are. So if you start by saying, this is where I'm comfortable today, help give me clarity. Every time a queen shows up, it's going to be a woman. When a king shows up, it's going to be a man. When a page shows up, it's going to be a woman. When knight shows up, it's going to be a man. You can start with that. You can train the deck to do that and then allow yourself to evolve over time. Because what you don't want is you don't want to get overwhelmed with every possibility, right? Because every possibility means too vague, I don't know. So you might start off this way and just say, for right now, while I'm learning the courts, these are women, these are men.
Okay.
So if it shows up as a person, that's how I want it to show up. No problem. And as long as you keep interpreting it that way while you're learning the process, it will start to show up for you in exactly that way. Makes sense?